Welcome to Introduction to Trading Session 3. My name is Raman Gill and I am founder of the website tradingwithvenus.com. In this session, we will take a look at something really important to get started in Forex trading, and that is your Forex broker. We'll take a look at what is a Forex broker and also 5 tips on finding the right Forex broker for you. Before we dive in, just a quick disclaimer, this is for educational purposes only. If you have questions that relate to your individual investing needs, I suggest you reach out to an investment advisor. All right, let's dive in. When you want to get started with Forex, the first thing that you need is a Forex broker. If you do a Google search for Forex brokers, you will see a lot of search results that will show up for Forex brokers. You will see tons of different websites show up and there will be a lot of different offers. A lot of these Forex brokers will have flashy websites and they will make a lot of promises. So how do you decide who is the right Forex broker for you? First of all, let's take a look at why do you need a Forex broker. So when we trade Forex, you are trading Forex from home. For you to be able to trade, you need to go through somebody who's a middleman, somebody who can take your trades and pass them on to liquidity providers, which are large institutions and banks. The Forex broker will be the middleman between you and anybody who is trading with you. And these could be the banks, their trading desks, these could be other smaller brokers, or these could be other brokers that trade with that Forex broker. The Forex broker then takes all these orders and they pass on to what's called a liquidity provider. So these are the huge financial institutions and banks that actually all they do is provide liquidity in the market, which means that they put money in the market, and the way they make money is on per transaction basis. So there's a fee that you pay, or there's a spread every time you do a transaction, every time you place a trade, and these banks will take that fee and amalgamate it, consolidate it, and that's how they make their money. On a per trade basis, this fee is really low. However, when you have millions of transactions, these fees can really add up for the liquidity providers or these large banks. So it is in their best interest to provide liquidity, to provide then money in the market so that we can actually place trades. All right, so how do you then decide on who the right broker is? There are 5 tips that I can offer to find the right broker for you. The very first one is reputation and security. Second one is deposits and withdrawals. Then we need to look at commissions and spreads that they offer. We look at what different currency pairs that they offer. And last one, the trading platform that they offer. Now let's take a look at them one by one. The first topic is reputation and security. Anybody you trade with, your broker needs to be registered with the regulatory bodies, and there are many different bodies that a broker can register with. In the US, this is CFTC. There's also NFA, that's a regulatory body in the US. We have FCA in UK, there's SDA in Japan, ASIC in Australia, IROC in Canada. So these are just some examples of the regulatory bodies that the Forex brokers can register with. However, you do need to make sure that your broker is registered with the regulatory body in the country that you live in. That way you know that the broker is following the rules and regulations set by these bodies. They're doing things the right way, that they're audited, that they're following the guidelines that these bodies provide. You also want to make sure that the broker has a safe and reliable track record. One of the functions that these regulatory bodies provide is that you can go back and check records for your broker. So you can go back and see how many of their traders are actually successful, if they have had any issues, any disputes with the traders. So these are all the things that are on record and can be checked. That's why it is very important that you trade with a broker that is reliable, they have a good reputation in the market, and then they have a proven track record. You also want to make sure there is no conflict of interest between you and the broker. What I mean by that is that the picture that we saw here, you want to make sure the broker that you're trading with is somebody who's actually passing all the orders to this big bank that provides liquidity, that they are not the liquidity provider. And by that, what I mean is that you don't want your broker to be on the other side of your trade. You don't want to trade with your broker, you want to trade with others in here. So you want to trade with the banks, you want to trade with other brokers, you want to trade with other traders. You do not want to trade with your broker. You don't want the broker to take the other side of your trade, which means it's like going to the casino. Casino is on the other side of your bet. So if you lose, the broker wins or the casino wins, and that's not the relationship you want with your broker. You want your broker to be on your side, not on their own side. You don't want the broker to get into your pocket. Having a relationship with an intermediary or liquidity provider bank is very, very important. So just be aware that they are not trading against you. You also need to make sure that there's no dealer intervention in your trades. This also goes hand in hand with them being the liquidity provider. So if they're not taking the other side of your trades, so all the stop loss you have or the profits that you have, they protect that from the liquidity provider. So the liquidity provider would have no idea where your stop loss is, which means that they are not able to take you out of your trade. They're not able to manipulate your trades. They're not able to do anything underhanded with their trades. So everything is transparent, everything is above board, and you can have full control of your positions and your trades. Now let's take a look at deposits and withdrawals. You want to make sure your broker has flexible payment options. Many of the brokers will offer payment options such as wire transfer, credit cards, PayPal, and there are some new funding options coming into the market these days. So you want to make sure that they are flexible. You're not tied to just one type of payment option. You also want to make sure your deposits get to the broker and they don't just hold on to your deposit. They let you trade as soon as your account is funded, and usually it should just take 1 or 2 days. And you also want to make sure when you withdraw the money that they're not holding on to your money for a long period of time. If they say it will take you 2 weeks to get your money, that is too long. You want a broker who will promptly give you the money back once you request that withdrawal. You also want a hassle-free deposits and withdrawals. If the broker is asking you to jump through hoops to get your money back, that is not good. So make sure you ask these questions of the brokers. Look at their policies. What is their policies around funding and withdrawals? That will be very important to you when it comes to trading the live account and when you're ready to make deposits and you're ready to withdraw your profits from the account. Next thing is commissions and spreads. You want to make sure that your broker is offering competitive commissions and spread. You don't want a broker that has a spread that's too wide, because if the spread is too wide, it cuts into your profit. You are not able to make as much profit on your trade as you normally would. You also want to make sure the commissions and spreads are transparent so that you know what kind of spreads or commissions the broker is charging from you. These need to be on your statement or they need to be declared openly on the broker's website. So make sure you are fully aware of your costs of trading. And also you want to make sure you're trading with somebody who has no trading restrictions, which means you are able to trade 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. There are no time periods where they tell you not to trade. Also, you need to ensure that you're able to trade during news events. When important economic news comes out, a lot of times there's a lot of volatility in the market. If your broker is not letting you execute trades during this time, that is not good. You want to make sure you are able to, let's say you're in a losing position, let's say a news event comes out and the trade starts going against you. You need to be able to get out of your trade right away. And you need that flexibility from your broker so that you're able to manage your trade. If they freeze your trading during that time, then you'll have to take losses that you would not otherwise have taken. So you want to make sure that you are able to trade at any given point in time. Another thing that's really important is the different currency pairs that are offered by your broker. Very important, you need to make sure all major US dollar crosses are offered. US dollar is one of the most traded currency in the market. And there are a lot of crosses that go with it, which means when you're placing a trade, you always have two currencies that you're working with. For example, euro, US dollar. There's US dollar on one side and euro on the other side. So when you're buying the euro, you're essentially selling the US dollar. And when you're buying the US dollar, you're essentially selling the euro in this case. And the same way, there's pound US dollar, New Zealand US dollar, Australian US dollar, all the major US dollar pairs. You also need to make sure that you're able to get other currency crosses. And these other currency crosses will be the one where US dollar is not part of the equation. Sometimes the US dollar can carry a lot of volatility with it. So you need to make sure that you're able to go somewhere which may not have the same level of volatility. For example, Euro Australian dollar, there's no US dollar in this equation. You are just trading euro against the Australian dollar, or the euro CAD, Canadian dollar, pound, Canadian dollar. So these pairs do not have anything to do with the US dollar, so they're not driven by what's going on in the US market. And sometimes these pairs can offer smoother sailing, better trades when you trade them. Some brokers will also offer other trading instruments such as CFDs, oil, gold, other things like that. If you want to trade those assets, you can look for a broker that offers those in addition to your currencies. But at the very least, when you're looking for a broker, make sure they offer you the different currency pairs, all the majors and other currency crosses, the important currency crosses as well. Last thing you want to look for is the trading platform that the broker offers. You want a trading platform that is flexible, the platform of your choice. For example, let's say MetaTrader MT4 is a widely used platform. It is not a proprietary platform. It is developed by a company that is not affiliated with the brokers. So if you're used to MT4, if you like look and feel of MT4, you want to ensure that the broker offers MT4 as a trading platform. A lot of brokers will offer their own proprietary trading platforms as well, and that is perfectly okay. If you like the platform, you can trade that as well. You also need to ensure that you're able to trade from anywhere. Your trading platform is accessible across the board so that you can trade online, you can trade on their website, you can trade from your desktop, you can install the software on your desktop and you can trade from there. You can install the same software on your laptop and it will work from there, and also on your iPhone, iPad, or your Android, any of your mobile devices. Sometimes you're not able to stay in front of the charts, you're not able to sit in front of your computer. So in that case, you want to make sure you're able to manage your trade from the road or from wherever you happen to be. And having that flexibility can be very, very beneficial when you have live money on the trade. You also want to make sure you're able to trade directly from the charts. As Forex traders, we do a lot of technical analysis, we do a lot of charting and chart work. So when you're looking at the charts and you see your trade setting up, you want to be able to just click a button and place your trade right from the chart. Having to then go from chart to your trading platform can sometimes be cumbersome. It can take time and you may not be able to enter the trade at that moment. So you want to make sure it is easy to place trades. You can do it straight from your charts. You also want to make sure that your trading platform has a free demo version of it so that your broker offers a demo account. This is very important because you need to practice before you actually put real live money into your account. And because of that, having a demo account is very, very important. You want to ensure your trading platform is easy to use, it's hassle-free, it's not cumbersome, it doesn't take you a lot of time to learn the platform, because anything that keeps you from placing a trade would cut into your profit. So you want to make sure you're able to get in and out of trades. It's easy, it's intuitive, you can understand it easily. It doesn't need hours and hours of work to just familiarize yourself with the platform. So that's why trading platform is the crux of our trading. So we want to make sure you have a good trading platform. Now, how do you know if the broker is the right broker? So let's take a look at actual broker website. This is a broker called FXCM. Right on the website, you will see where most brokers will say about the broker about FXCM, and in there they will tell you about themselves. They will tell you about the regulation, they will tell you about their financial strength, which means if something goes wrong, are they able to return your money to you? They will talk about that. They will talk about the different regulatory bodies that they are with. They will talk about their business practices, their financial standards that they adhere to. So that's all for today's session. If you have any questions or if you would like to book a free no strings attached strategy call with me to understand how to get started in this market, I would be very, very happy to help you. Again, my name is Raman. Thank you very much. I will see you next time.